Hello my dear friends and my dear students, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Top Lesson for you. Dear friends, today we are going to start a series of new lectures regarding the human eye, right? So we will discuss about the anatomy of the human eye, and I will try my best to cover all the parts and everything which is located inside the eye. So let's start our lecture regarding the structure or regarding the anatomy of the human eye. So let me write here anatomy of eye. Right, let's begin our lecture. We don't waste our time. Friends, while you are studying the eye, so this is called the branch of medical science which is called ophthalmology, right? So we write here what is a study of eyes is called ophthalmology. Ophtho means eyes, right? What is eye? Let me define. First of all, let us define eye. What is eye? Look friends, in our whole body, in the whole body of an organism, especially humans, we are talking about the anatomy of the eye of human body. In our body, to receive the light rays, in our body we have only eyes, right? Look carefully. If the light falls on my skin, that light cannot bring any action potential so that I will see the objects. So I cannot see objects with my skin, I cannot see objects with my forehead, I cannot see objects with my ears, I cannot see objects with my mouth. But the only parts of my body with which I can see objects, those are the eyes. So if you close your eyes, you will not be able to see any object, right? So the lights are the photoreceptors. They receive the light rays and makes action potential and brings it to the brain, and so they make us able to see the objects, right? So what are eyes? The definition of eye, the very simple definition, these are the photoreceptors. What are eyes? Eyes are photoreceptors. So photo means light and receptors are those objects which detect the changes in our body. For example, skin is also a receptor, right? And such that we have many more receptors in our body. So what is eye? Eye is a photoreceptor, or I can also say that eye is the organ of sight. So it means that with the organ of sight we see objects, right? See objects with the help of eyes. Done. Then what is the location of eye? Where are the eyes located? Look carefully. In our head, right? We have two sockets. Look here. In our head, this is the head. We have two sockets. On either sides of the nose superiorly, we have two sockets, and these sockets are called the eye sockets, or we say that orbital cavities, right? So eyes are located in the orbital cavities or orbital sockets. So where are they? They are located in the eye sockets, or we say orbital cavities. This is the location of the eye. Then what is the shape of the eye? This is some general anatomy of the eye. I'm not entering right now inside the eye. We will have separate lectures, many lectures regarding the structure of the eye. So what is the shape of the eye? As you can see here, I have an eye model in my hand. So the eye is mostly spherical or rounded in shape. You can see here, this is an eye and it is spherical in shape, right? Or round in shape. So let's write it here. It is spherical in shape. These are some general features of the eye that we should not forget or ignore them, right? Then what is the diameter of the eye? Diameter of the eye. Diameter means if this is the eye, right, from here like this, like this, like this, right, what is the whole diameter of the eye? So its diameter is about 2.5 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter. And how much space does our eye occupies? What is the volume of the eye? So the volume of our eye is about 7 centimeter cube. 7 cc. C means centimeter cube, right? So it has a special volume, and that volume is about 7 centimeter cube. This is the volume. Then how many eyes do we have? What is the number of eyes? In a normal human body, there are 2 eyes which are located in both the eye sockets. I'm talking about normal human body, right? So 2 eyes we have. Yes. What is the if you talk about the structure of the eye, what are the general structures of the eye? So specially, let me say that our eye is composed of 3 layers, right? Our eye is composed of 3 layers. So let me draw it here. I will make a section of the eye. For example, if we have an eye here, so I will make a section here and I will draw the diagram. This will be the eye, and I will make a section here and put that section there, and you will see the inside of the eye. So let me show all the inside structures here. Look carefully. This is a very simplified diagram. As I'm going to tell you that eye is composed of 3 layers or 3 coats. Look, this is the outer coat, right? So let me write here, eye is composed of 3 coats, or we also say that eye is composed of 3 layers, right? The first one, number 1, the outer coat or layer, right? And this outer coat or layer is also known as the fibrous layer. Why it is called fibrous layer? When I go into the structure of that layer, we will have a very detailed lecture regarding the outer layer. And my dear friends, this outer layer is called the sclera. What? This is called sclera. So we say that the outer sclerotic layer, right? Done. Then this sclerotic layer or this outer layer or fibrous layer is composed of 2 parts. Look, this is the black part, right? You can see here, I have drawn it in black color, and here we have this green part, right? So this outer layer is called this is called the sclera, right, which I have drawn in black color, and this is called the cornea, which I have drawn in green color. So right, this outer sclerotic layer is furtherly composed of how many parts? It is composed of 2 parts, the sclera and the cornea, and we will have detailed lectures on both of them inshallah in next lectures, right? So this outer layer. Then number 2, we have the middle layer, and this middle layer is also known as the vascular layer, right? Middle layer is also known as vascular layer, right? Or we also say that this middle layer is also known as the nutritive layer. Which layer? Nutritive layer. Why nutritive layer? Because it is responsible to provide the nutrition to the eye layers, the inner layer and the outer layer, and every layer it contains lots of blood vessels. That's why we have said that this is known as the vascular layer, right? So the middle layer or vascular layer or the nutritive layer there is, and this is also known as the uveal tract. Uveal tract, right? Look carefully, friends. The outer layer is called sclerotic layer. The middle layer is called the uveal tract, right? Or we say uvea. Okay, let me draw it here. Look, This middle layer, as I told you, is known as the vascular layer or the nutritive layer. So it is made of it is comprised of three important parts. Look carefully. This behind part or the posterior part is called the choroid, right? As you are seeing from here, this is called the choroid. So let me write here. This middle layer is composed of how many subparts? Three parts. This is choroid, right? You can see here. Then this choroid, when moves further forward, it becomes it makes a triangular shape part, right? It makes a triangular shape, and this triangular shape part of the eye is called the middle layer or nutritive layer is called the ciliary body. So this is the ciliary body, right? So the second part of the middle layer is called the ciliary body. This is the general introduction of the eye, not I have gone into the deep detail of it, right? Then it moves further forward and makes a structure like this, and this structure is called the iris, right? So let me write it also here, right? So this is called your iris. Done. So the third part of the middle layer is called the iris. Done. Okay, the middle, the vascular and the nutritive layer is composed of, the uveal tract is composed of three subparts: the choroid, the ciliary body and the iris. So right here. Done. Then there is the third layer, and the third or middle or inner layer. And this inner layer is also known as the neural layer, right? This inner layer is also known as the neural layer. Yes, we have the nervous layer. Nervous layer. Why? Because this inner layer or this nervous layer is a part of your nervous system. The neurons, the ophthalmic nerve comes and makes a layer here, and that inner layer is called the retina, right? So let me mention it here. This is our inner layer, and this inner layer is called your retina. And we will have a detailed lecture regarding the structure of the retina. So this is the retina. Done. And from this retina, the fibers, these are the fibers which are coming and they are entering the eye and making the retina like this, right? So these are the ophthalmic nerve fibers, and these are coming inside and they are making your retina like this, right? So what is this? This is your ophthalmic nerve. Right? And this ophthalmic nerve is forming this structure, and this structure is called the inner layer or the neural layer or the nervous layer, and this is called your retina. Retina, right? And we will have a deep lecture regarding the retina inshallah in the next lecture. Done.